What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Game Over Gerkinman. Welcome back to Dark Souls 2 Scholar, the first Ginny McDinwin. Today, we are not fighting any bosses. Today should be a little bit more relaxing. We're going to be exploring a little bit more of this Lost Bastille place. There is an NPC that is currently stone that I want to unstone. Wait, no, this isn't the way I want to go. What am I doing? That's the way we came here. He can be found up and out here, that's right. So today's a bit more of just like taking it easy, exploratory episode. No crazy boss fights or anything like that. It's also going to be the last time we're here in a while. For a while, I should say. Hey, delicious. Soul of a Nameless Soldier. Just realized I think I picked up some items in the last episode and I didn't actually read what they said. Just very awful of me. I've got to stop being so lazy about these things. Bastille key. Wonderful. Oh! Oh, you're too quick for me, mate! And now you're dead. Alright, so, what did we pick up? We picked up the large club. A large wooden club, not an elegant weapon by any means, but a beastly thing with plenty of weight to easily break its shield of defense. It's alright. We got a priest chime. Second chime granted to high-ranking clerics, a catalyst for miracles and hexes. Dang Lake was home to many clerics, but King Vendrick held a lukewarm opinion of their powers, and kept them only as attendants to ceremony. In this sense, Dang Lake was not a place for a cleric with any ambition. We just picked up a target shield. Small metal shield with protrusions. Small shields are very light and easy to use, but are not very stable when attacked. The protrusions on the center of the shield are designed to brush attacks aside and make parrying easier. If you're into that sort of thing. I don't think we picked up any armor. I've got some gloves, actually. What's the Royal Swordsman gloves like? Sea scaling. They're actually better than what we currently have, but they're quite heavy. What am I currently wearing? The Alva gauntlets. How's my rolling with these? Not bad. Alright, well, we'll stick with these for a little while. Did we pick up anything else? I don't remember. We just picked up the Bastille key. What's that? Open cells of the Lost Bastille. Long ago, a Bastille lord driven to desperation by the rapid spread of the curse across the land began to see each subject as a carrier of the blight and locked them away in droves. This entire Bastille was turned into a prison and left abandoned to rot with its prisoners. So that's very similar to the Undead Asylum in the original Dark Souls. What else we got? We got Hush last time. That was a spell. A sorcery that facilitates surreptitious activity, reduces the sound made by its caster. The eastern land of Mira is not only the home of proud knights, there is also a traditional order of shadow knights who quietly carry out unspeakable tasks. Yeah, if you use Hush on yourself, it silences your footsteps, which is pretty cool. Because enemies are alerted by sound, and one of the reasons I'm getting aggroed on so quickly is because I'm wearing loud, noisy armor. Dark Souls 1 worked the same way. If you wore loud armor, enemies would be easily alerted to your presence. There is someone in here. I knew it! No, you don't. This place is full. We're going to be running into a lot of these dickheads. Fucking rough as guts. Pieces of shit. This is funny. I think this is a joke by From Software, what's inside here. I think it's a joke. It's just a skeleton in the rocks. That's all it is. For some reason. That's there. Alright, so before I come upstairs, because I think that's the path I want to be taking, I'll come down here. And, oh yeah, you can actually hear the gargoyles. Can you see the gargoyles? I don't remember. I can't see anything. Oh, there they go. There they are. So that's the kind of clue that the Belfry Gargoyles are over that location. Now around here, there's a roof we can jump onto, which is... I don't know, Dark Souls 2 does some, has a bit of platforming in it. And how you feel about that is not my problem. I don't mind it. Wait, is there a guy up here? I thought I saw a dude up on here. Maybe he fell down. We've already explored all the way under there, though, so we're just going to come straight back up here and get back to the next bonfire and make our way back again. I think. Oh, wait, no, this is where we were, isn't it? Was this the room where we fought that guy? Yeah. Wow, so this guy come up here in preparation of us coming up here. Weird. Alright, well, we grabbed those items. Let's keep going. Lift this up and have a look at what's inside. Guys, explodey guys. He's gonna blow himself up, he is. What an asshole. Take care of these guys as quickly as you can, because bad. If they get off there, so there's some that explode in fire, as you saw. And there are others that explode into basically just... to obliterate your stamina is basically their entire purpose. And they're everywhere here. And I don't think anyone's a fan of them. And if you are a fan of them, then what the fuck is wrong with you? Also, I've forgotten how to get into... Oh, there's an elevator to get down into there, that's right. You can also find some of these dicks in these pots. It's one of their neat little tricks to get you, is you end up fighting those other ones and smashing open a pot, and then next thing you know, you're fucked. That's another way of taking care of them. If you remember to come up here, you can just drop that on them. Does the trick. Does good enough trick anyway. Now up here we have more. More and more and more and more. You too. And is there more of these guys? That's empty. I can like hear chains and shit moving around. It's putting me off. It's putting me off, man. Thank you. Oh, this is the way down into that little thing. Still don't know how these things work exactly, but they just seem to, I suppose. This shortcut brings us to a chest, and I think that's all it does, actually. Talk about exciting. Oh, there's a door here. Oh. Oh, it's one of you guys. I really want your headpiece, because that looks cool. Drop it. You gonna drop it for me? No, of course not, stingy bastard. What an asshole. What an asshole. Wilted dusk herb, what the fuck is that? Is that in here? Is that one of these items? Wilted dusk herb? No, that's a divine blessing. Oh wait, was that it at the top? Oh, the rouge water, we got that. Oh, restores many spell uses. Oh, so it's completely useless to me. Wonderful. Oh, look at all these chests in here, and there's a statue, which some people think is of some significance, and other people think is not of much of any significance. Also another first lockstone. Wait, is this... Oh, this is this room. We're back here again. So there you go, another roundabout shortcut thing. So I think we've already emptied these chests, haven't we? Yeah, we already came in here and did these. Oh wait, I came in here and never opened these? Really? Did I seriously not open these? Twin Blade. This guy's gonna come in here, is he? No. Twin Blade is an interesting weapon they added to this game that I don't know how people felt about it when the game came out, and I don't know how people feel about it now. It is a odd weapon. Let's have a look at it. I'm going to equip it just because it is such a weird weapon. Twin Blade. It basically turns you into Darth Maul. You can do this. Yay. Wow. I haven't really looked into it, but if the community has found a use for that, let me know. Anyway, let's have a read what it says about the... we picked up the parrying dagger. Unlike standard weapons, this dagger is intended for parrying. Accomplishments are forever out of reach of those who constantly fear failure. A true warrior hones his body and mind and peers far beyond immediate hardship. So yeah, you can use that instead of a shield for parrying, but I don't parry, so it's of no use to me. And the Twin Blade. A Twin Blade fashioned from where Bastille? I don't know how it's pronounced. Designed for high-ranking Drang Lake Knights, hence the decorative design. Bastille equipment is one of the finest make, but gain steel is so rare that very few of these weapons were actually used in combat. So there you go. Now we've explored down here and opened up this shortcut, which we'll never ever use. Let's make our way back up to where we were. I think You need to use a silver cat ring to get down there without, like, dying. I don't know what that item is. It's probably something really not good. It's probably something really lame that I get and then be disappointed by. There's a knight over there guarding something. Oh, this is the room I wanted to be in. This room, by the way, is shit. You literally come here, there's a bonfire here. But every time you spawn, all these fucking douchebags in here are aggro. It's so dumb. But anyway, this is the NPC I wanted to come here to see. So we'll use this here, Fragrant Branch of Yore. And while he's doing his recovery animation, we'll open this up with that key we got. And we'll pick up whatever this was. Petrified Dragon Bone and a Firebomb. Okay. I don't know what's through here. Oh, it's a shortcut back here again. Okay. Oh shit, I didn't... Oh, butts. I didn't open the shortcut first. Shitballs. 8 life gems, wow, generous. Well, I'm gonna Homeward Bone, because I don't want to come over here and trigger that bonfire, because that will wake everyone else up on the way back here again. I don't really want to fight them all again. So I'm just gonna quickly Homeward Bone and then run back again. Where are my Homeward Bones? Here they are. Who's shooting at me? Cut it out. Right, so it turns out doing that actually woke everyone back up. So, yeah, this is not a good situation to be in, to be honest. We've got, guys everywhere here. Come on, fuck off. Fuck off, you dickheads. Ah, Jesus. So many. Oh, no you don't. Oh, God. Well, at least they're gonna have a bunch of souls, I suppose. No, don't slap me, you jerk. Why would you slap me like that? Ow, God. I'm so mad now. Just because I didn't open that fucking shortcut. Like an idiot. Ugh. Anyway, I've only got one left. Go down. Alright, let's talk to this lovely gentleman. This is the guy I wanted to basically focus on this episode.
Still a bit stiff, I'm afraid. I must thank you, young traveler. I am Strayed, a wandering sorcerer of sorts. I've been a guest for a very long time, but I don't think that anybody will miss me. Very good indeed. Cursed one, weak you may be, but I, Strayed, will teach you my spells.
Now you might be like, hey Dan, you can't learn any spells, why are you talking to this guy? And I'll tell you why, right after I learn the mock gesture. And that's because he sells... This is pretty cool. Well, he's got this Hood of Forlorn, which... Hood of the Forlorn, who wandered the land of the undead, born of Aldir's obsession with the first sin, the Forlorn lost both their corporeal form and a world to call their own. Now they drift into other worlds, even in search of a home. But without self, one is neither beginning nor end, and so the Forlorn have only to wander. Dark Souls 3, those guys, the Forlorn are actually a big part of one of the DLC packs. Sells some pretty cool rings if you're into those sort of... Absorb souls in place of wearer. What? A ring affixed with an open vessel, the vessel insatiably absorbs souls in place of its wearer, who is left unaware even of their collection. All things are rooted in souls, but what drives our thirst for them? Abstinence from this elixir may be the truest homage of the enduring self. I guess that's for people who don't want to earn any souls while they're playing. Sells some cool items and spells and shit, and I'm not going to read all that stuff. But, if you trade, this individual character... when you collect boss souls, this lovely individual will allow you to turn those boss souls into items. So we've got the Dragon Rider Great Shield, Pursuer's Ultra Great Sword, the Warped Sword. Who's that from? Curved Sword A curved sword forged from the soul of a flexile sentry, once straight but later twisted to reflect its warped owner. The sentry crammed inmates of the overflowing Bastille onto a rickety ship and cast them out to the open sea. The majority of them drowned or starved, but a few hardy survivors made land to the south and imparted their knowledge of sorcery to the people there. Yeah, so we'll have a look at all these items that we can already buy. Oh, we can buy all of these. Well, you can use a soul once to buy one of them. Pursuer's Ultra Greatsword. Ultra Greatsword of the Pursuer, known as the mightiest of the straight swords, it demands great strength and dexterity of its wielder. The Pursuer hunts down those branded by the curse, as if each undead soul that he claims will atone one of his sins. The cool thing about the Pursuer's Ultra Greatsword is, unlike the regular Greatsword, which I have been upgrading, this one will also scale with dex, but as you can see, it requires 2 more strength and quite a lot more dex in order to wield, which makes it, yeah, not as good for me. Also got the Arced Sword. A curved greatsword forged from the soul of the flexile sentry. There is something unsettling and at the same time beautiful about its long curved blade. The sentry crowned inmates. Oh, that's all the same shit. We also got the giant stone axe, great axe forged from the last giant soul. This weapon resembles a primitive stone tool, but is quite powerful owing to its immense size. King Vendrick disappeared as of the war with the giants reached its ferocious peak, leaving his castle. Some swear upon hearing the news that Queen's face remains still in her portrait. The Barbed Club, a club forged from the soul of the flexile sentry. The spikes covering its length are as vile as the sentry itself. Dragon Rider's Halberd. Halberd of the Dragon Rider, King Vendrick's Royal Guard. A highly versatile weapon that can slash, sweep, and thrust when wielded nimbly, and is also imbued with magic. Demands great skill of its wielder, and thus serve to test the worthiness of those who aspire to join the Dragon Riders. Dragon Rider Twin Blade, same sort of deal, Twin Blade of the Dragon Riders. King Vendrick's Royal Guard, Twin Blades are wielded with an unusual technique. This one strike hard, but it's very heavy. Also the Dragon Rider Bow. Bow wielded by the Dragon Riders, King Vendrick's Royal Guard. Merely drawing this bow requires inhuman strength, but each shot has deadly potential. And the Pursuer's Great Shield. Great Shield of the Pursuer. For those who can handle the weight of this shield, it offers resistance to curses. The Pursuer hunts down those branded by the curse, as if each undead soul that he claims will atone for one of his sins. And then the Great Shield of the Dragon Riders. Nothing interesting on there. So there's nothing there at the moment I want to buy. But as we kill more and more bosses...
Feeble, cursed one. Let's hope the magnificence of my spells does not deter you.
As we get more souls, we get some pretty interesting stuff.
Long enough for the old kingdom to have crumbled, I see. Why didn't anyone wake me sooner? Drang Lake. I've never heard the name. Is that what they call this place now? Very good. Very good indeed. The cursed ones were imprisoned within this land. Of course, you came of your own free will. The people feared the cursed ones like a plague. Some people would rather keep dreadful things out of sight, out of mind. In the end, they swept them up and corralled them here. So very typical of meek minds, don't you think? Once people became aware of their own frailty, they seized anybody they found undesirable, cursed or no, and impounded them here. Whoever posed even the slightest threat was removed, all so that they could sleep better at night. They even turned the great Strayed into a stone. Many kingdoms rose and fell on this tract of earth. Mine was by no means the first. Anything that has a beginning also has an end. No flame, however brilliant, does not one day splutter and fade. the ashes, the flame reignites, and a new kingdom is born, sporting a new face. It is all a curse. And it is your cursed flesh that will inherit the flame. Pyromancy was created by the ancient witch of fire. She harnessed the power of flame and melded it into pyromancy. The witch led her daughters into war against the Old Ones. But legends are legends. What are you prepared to believe? Oh, how long was I sat petrified? Long enough for the old kingdom to have crumbled, I see. Why didn't anyone wake me?
Alright, we've exhausted all his, we've got all his dialogues, so let's... No, it doesn't. Yeah, that's alright. So now we're just going to wrap up this episode. I'm going to open up this fog door, and there's another, bonfire just up there. They're very close together. That one is specifically there just so that you can get the, that guy's boss items. There's another NPC which also sells boss items, but I somehow fucked up their quest in the last playthrough I did and didn't get the opportunity to actually, Oh, Lingering Flame just picked up a pyromancy from that guy. Oh, you don't want to follow me, huh? Oh, snap! Now you did. Alright, let's come through here. Get to this bonfire, and then we'll wrap up this episode by going back to Majula, paying an old friend a visit, and getting some more levels up, getting some more of them there levels up. So the other bonfire, which is, these bonfires are ridiculously close to each other. There's a lot of that in this game, a lot of questionable bonfire placements, and it's a problem that. Oh, there's those gargoyles again, doing their rounds. See yous. Yeah, bonfire's right there. There are a lot of questionable bonfire placements in Dark Souls 2, and quite a lot, to be frank, in Dark Souls 3 as well, in my opinion. But anyway, let's get ourselves back to Majula then. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is coming around to where we originally came down here to get to the High Tower of Flame, if you can remember that. That was a while back now, wasn't it? There's a little NPC down here, you may remember. And she's going to... Well, I said she was a con artist, and this is why.
Oh, hello there. An honor to see you again. This room is not as it seems. There are two, not one pathways leading out. And only this lovely thing reveals the other path. And this, you lovely thing, only runs on miracles. Shall I provide you with one?
Just move the path, thanks. She asked for 2,000 souls in order to do this. It doesn't require any magic at all. She's just being a hokey con artist. You just press that thing. You can just kill her and do it yourself, but I don't feel like doing a playthrough where I just murder people for no reason. It's not my style.
Go ahead then. May the power of me offer your souls.
Yeah, nah, whatever, ma. Alright, pick up some rouge water. So, yeah, I'm gonna get to this bonfire up here, because there's another one just up here. Obviously, since that path alternates like that, you don't need to be, using the Majula bonfire. That would be a little annoying, so I'm glad they give you one pretty quickly when you come through here. Dun 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 dun. Once we get to there, we'll head back to Majula again. Oh yeah, there's this guy.
I don't know who you are, but leave me be. The frailty of the weak disrupts the dark.
That guy's weird. There's a quest line you can do with him. So this is where we'll be exploring next time, Huntsman's Copse. So let's get back to Majula, and I'll explain it while I level up my plan of attack here. Alright, time to level myself up. So, yes, that's lovely. My plan is, I'm not going to be fighting any of the Great Lords. I'm going to be getting up to them, like the bonfire before them. And once I've done that, I will... Oh, I got just enough to get the strength I need for my sword. Wonderful. We're getting the bonfires for all of them, because I think there's 4 in total. How many have I got left? Yeah, so I've still got 3 more to go. So I'm going to open up the path for each of those 3, and then I will be doing those guys all back to back. And then we can move on to the second half of the game, I guess it would be. Yeah, I'd call it the second half, so we'll do that. So that's... We've already done the first one, which was the last giant. We've just unlocked the pathway to the Lost Sinner, who is one of them. Next up, we're going to be going through the Huntsman's Copse, which will then lead to Harvest Valley, which will then lead to the... I forget the name of the Iron Castle, but there is a king there, an old Iron King, which we'll be fighting. And then lastly, once we've done that, we'll gain access to a character called Laddersmith Gilligan, and he will allow us to plummet down this well in the middle of town, and we'll be going down there to find someone called the Great Rotten. And once I've unlocked the bonfires for each of those fights, then we'll get through all of those, and then we can finally progress onto a place you can see up ahead, which is Drang Lake Castle. So that's our plan of attack. That's how I'm going to do things. So yeah, next up, we're going to be doing Huntsman's Copse. So I hope you'll join me for that. I look forward to seeing you there. So, yeah, as always, ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic day and a fantastic week. I look forward to catching you next time. Peace out, and as always, have a good one.